prophecy and promises for everyday life. My name is Ginger.
My name is Lois.
Who are you? Are you related to me?
Yes.
Let's look. Look at them. Do we look? I think you're my mom. Oh my God, my mommy. I got my mom. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So, my mom, what are we doing today?
Well, I'm going to cover a part of a chapter that I've written about in my latest book.
Your latest book?
Well, I'm working on it right now.
Oh, so how many books have you written up to today?
Well, I've written 6 so far.
6 so far. I like that.
This is number 7.
Book number 7 in the works right now. So tell me, what is the name of this new book?
Walking in the Glory Realm.
Hey, that sounds fabulous. Well, I'm sure you all are very anxious to hear what she's got to share. We're going to talk about, this actually happens to be at this point in time, chapter 22 of your book.
Yes.
And it is called, the chapter is called The Heart of the Father. So y'all are getting a taste of the brand new book that is yet to be released. It's going to be released by the end of the year, we're hoping. We want to go ahead and get right into it and see what the Lord wants to share with the people out there.
Okay. In Psalm 51:10, it says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me." We have prayed that prayer and said that scripture.
And sang the song.
Yes.
For so many years,
yes.
yeah.
Now, I believe from the very beginning of time, God has wanted a people that would just love Him and worship Him for who He was.
Exactly.
Not for what He does.
So you're going to read a prophetic word that was written in 1981 by a woman by the name of Charlotte Baker. That
Yes.
the Lord had given her a vision.
Yes.
That's what this is, okay?
Well, she titled it From the Heart of God, which is just apropos for what I'm doing here.
Absolutely.
It says, "I have brought this people together this night to make unto you a choice. You can minister unto men, or you can minister unto the King. I stood among the sons of men, strong and tall. My heart was filled with enthusiasm. My life was given to the purposes of God. Upon that day I said to the Lord, I will do mighty exploits in the name of my God. The Lord came to me and He said, What is it, Son of Man, that thou wouldest have? I said, Lord, if I could be among those who play sweetly upon an instrument and who sing well in the house of the Lord, then I would do great things for my God. The Lord came to me and gave me the desires of my heart. He stood me among the sons of men. He let me play and He let me sing. I saw the day when the hearts of men were moved by the thing that the Lord had given me. After the hearts of men were moved, I stood back and said to myself, Now I will be content because I have been able to move the hearts of men. But in my secret hour, I bowed my head before my God and said, Lord, thou hast given me what I asked for, but my heart is heavy. I have a longing for something more. He came again unto me in the night season. He asked me again, Son of man, ask me the thing that thou wouldest have of me. I said, Lord, I see men bowed by heavy burdens low. I see hearts that are broken. I see sadness and discouragement. Oh, give me the power of the spoken word, that I might speak the word and their hearts be delivered. The Lord came unto me and said, Son of man, I have given thee the thing which thou hast desired. With great joy I marched before the people of God. In my youth and enthusiasm, I spoke the word and their hearts were made whole. I knew what it was to bind the brokenhearted and to pour in the oil of joy for mourning. While men were praising me and glorifying His name, I went back to my secret chamber. I bowed my head in sorrow and I said, Oh my God, I am not satisfied. I am not satisfied. He came unto me again, Son of man, what is it that thou desirest of me? And I said, O my God, give me the power in my hands, that as thou didst do, I might lay my hands upon the sick and see healing flow. He said unto me, It is done, as thou commanded. God healed the sick. I went to the nations of the earth, and I saw the sick raised from their sick beds. I saw pain and suffering go away. I was rejoicing as I went to my secret place. I bowed my head before my God. I said, Now, my God, I will be satisfied, because thou hast given me that which I desired. No sooner had the words come out of my mouth, when the heart within me began to ache and cry. I said, O God, I do not understand this. Again my heart is sad. I said, Lord, wilt thou just one more time give me the thing that I ask of thee? He said, It is done. I said, God, I desire to go against principalities and powers, the powers of the wickedness of this world, in spiritual darkness in high places. He said, Surely I give it unto thee. Now go. So I went, and the Lord allowed me to go into the dens of iniquity, and holes and dives where men hide from the light, because of the sin and evil is upon them. There was a day when I saw demons cry out at the very presence of the power that rested. Then I went back to my secret place broken. I said, God, I have asked thee for all that I desired, and still my heart is not satisfied, nor do I feel I have touched the thing that thou hast called me to. In my youth I had expended myself with all the things that my heart had desired. Then one more time a gracious and loving God visited me in the night season. He said, Now, what is it that thou desire? In brokenness of heart I bowed before God, and I said, God, the only thing that thou dost desire to give me. God, only that thing which thou dost desire to give unto me. He came unto me and said, Come with me, and I will take you on a journey.
Wow.
He took me past my friends. He took me past those with whom I had come into the house of the Lord. He took me to a desolate place. He caused me to go into a place alone in the wilderness. I said, O God, thou hast cut me off from those I love. What are you doing unto me? He said, I take thee to a place where all men must come if their heart's cry is to be fulfilled. At a certain hour I bowed before a gate that is called the Eye of the Needle. There before the Eye of the Needle I heard the voice of the Lord say, Bow low. I bowed low. He said, No lower. So I bowed lower. He said, Yet lower. I had upon my backs my books of learning. I had with me my instruments of music. I had with me my gifts and abilities. He said to me, Thou hast too much. Thou canst not go through this gate. I said, God, thou hast given me these books. Thou hast given me these abilities. And he said, Drop them, or thou dost not go. So I dropped them. I went through a very small gate that is called the Eye of the Needle. As I went through this gate, I heard the voice of the Lord say, Now rise to the other side. As I rose, a very strange thing happened to me. For lo, the gate, which was so small that I must lay aside everything, was so wide that I could not fill it. As I stood in the presence of the Lord, I said, God, what is this thing that thou hast done unto me? For my soul is now satisfied. He said, Thou hast come through the gate of worship. Now come up to the circle of the earth, and I will show thee a great mystery. I will reveal unto thee the thing that I am doing among the sons of men. The Spirit of the Lord caught me away. He took me to the circle of the earth, higher than the eagle flies, beyond where the clouds can rumble, beyond where the sun shines or where the moon finds her path. There at the throne of my God, he said, Look down upon my people. I saw strange things. I saw my companions gathered around a very small gate. I saw them wringing their hands and crying. They were saying to one another, God has given us these instruments of war. This sword is my sword, and I will work with the enemy. I will bring the enemy down. I cannot go through this gate, for if I go through this gate, I must put down my sword. I must put down my instrument of war. God has called me to be a warrior, and therefore I will not do it. And I heard another say, me, lay down my instruments of music, lay down all that God has given unto me just to go through that silly little gate to be nothing but a bare man who comes out on the other side stripped of everything. I cannot do this thing. I saw them as they stood aside in their pride, afraid to bow themselves before a very small gate. Then I saw again as the Lord brought me closer to the gate. I saw a man bowed low, laying aside everything that he had. As he came through the very wide gate on the other side, his instruments of music were there, his sword was there, his books were there, the power was there. The word of the Lord came to me. Go now and tell this people before you, I have given unto this people extreme talents and much ability. I have called you who are instrumentalists to play. But I say unto you this night, if you do not come through the very small gate, which is the gate of worship, and bow low and lay before me thy instruments, thy talents, thy abilities, thy vision, and thy power, thou shalt always be among those who will only be able to minister to the hearts of men and bless the hearts of men. Wow. But there is a gate open in the church in this hour, which is a very small gate. Through that gate only men who are worshipers will go. These men will lay their talents before their God. These men will say, God, we will be worshipers. Through that wide gate they will come. As they come through that wide gate, hear again the word of the Lord. They will arise again on the other side, not to minister unto men, but to minister unto their God. I have brought this people together this night to make unto you a choice. You can minister unto men, and I will cause you to sway the hearts of men with your talents. Or you can go through a very small gate, and while making new worshipers, you will minister unto the King. I remember when the Lord told me that I had to be willing to lay down everything that I had if I wanted to really serve Him. And He told me that I had made my ministry my God. And I had to ask the Lord. I had to ask the Lord, forgive me. Had to just lay down everything. And for 1 year after I left my job and was supposedly going into full-time ministry, for 1 year the Lord had basically locked me away, and the group didn't sing but maybe 4 times that whole year. And I just sought the Lord. At first I was so angry, I thought that was just the dirtiest trick anyone could ever pull. I'd had this word, I would have known what He was doing. But I didn't have this word. Yeah. And I mean, it was years later before I received this from another ministry. And it was just food for my soul.
Well, it changes the way you think.
It does.
And God truly is trying to get us to understand there's so much more than pleasing men.
Yes.
Well,
you know, my heart was changed when I repented and really sought the Lord for what He was doing in my life. My heart changed, and I truly became a worshiper of Him. And from that point on, you know, it didn't matter if anyone heard me speak. It didn't matter if we went and sang. None of that stuff mattered, because I truly was becoming a worshiper of the Most High God. And there is nothing that can ever take the place of that.
Yeah.
Nothing beats ministering to the Lord.
You know, this is a really long word, and continuing to listen to this to the end, I believe that you're going to hear what the Lord is trying to say to his children. And that is, he just wants your heart. He just wants you to worship him. He wants you to lay everything that he has given you to the side, because when you do, what will happen?
You will get it all back. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. When David truly had a repentant heart,
that's what it's about,
and cried out to God and began to worship him, that's when God could say, there's a man after my own heart. Only when God's people enter into that gate of worship will they see the glory of God. Only then will they become ambassadors for the Lord that they have been called to be.
Mom and I would like to thank you for tuning into Prophecy and Promises for Everyday Life. To schedule a meeting for us to come and to speak at your next church event, please send us an email to loishosher@gmail.com.